The upgrade shop is a staple in every Gran Turismo game. You can make pretty much any car faster with a variety of options including tires, weight reduction, turbo upgrades and so much more. Gran Turismo 3 must have the most absurd upgrading system out of the entire franchise, with certain upgrades being able to more than double the horsepower of your car. As such, the upgrade shop is vital to the progression in the GT mode if you want your cars to remain competitive. So, what if you just ignore it? What if you actually decide to never improve the performance of any of your cars and just try to use them as is? How far would you be able to go? That's exactly what I wanted to find out, and so I started another playthrough of Gran Turismo 3, only this time I wasn't allowed to ever visit the upgrade shop. Before we start, let's specify some ground rules though. This is the no upgrades challenge in Gran Turismo 3, and as such I am not allowed to upgrade any car through the upgrade shop. No performance upgrades, no tuning, and no sports or racing tires. I must drive every car just the way I obtained it in the game. That being said, the GT Auto store is still open to me and I am allowed to change my oil and visually customize my cars. I am allowed to use both price cars and cars from the dealership, and if some of those come with racing tires or other upgrades already equipped, I am still allowed to use them. This is the case for most of the race cars in the game, and not being able to use them would render the entire challenge close to impossible in the long run. That being said, I will not use any external methods of obtaining cars or credits, such as the panos you can get from the time trials in the arcade mode, or the extra 10 million credits you would get from having played GT Concept. The goal of the challenge is to beat all 3 GT World Championships in the beginner, amateur and professional league respectively. Lastly, to save myself some grinding, I allowed myself to use save states to pick a desired prize car if I get a random one after a championship. Usually you can repeat these prize car raffles as many times as you want if you complete the championship again, so to save myself some time, I will simply reload a save state until I get the car I want. Now with all that out of the way, it was time for me to make an informed decision on which starter car to go for. Sure, I could have grinded all the license tests to gold for some overpowered starter cars, but I decided not to, both for the sake of the challenge and my sanity. We're gonna have to see. Okay, I need to buy a car first. What's the fastest car you can buy in the beginning? Whatever we buy, we can't upgrade it. I think the fastest car in the beginning is the Mazda, isn't it? MX-5? Or am I mistaken? So we have 1,000 credits left, and usually I would invest those in upgrades, but not today. No upgrades for us. Jumping straight into the Sunday Cup. But so far so good. I think that MX-5 was a good choice. The thing is, you can really mess up in the beginning if you buy a car that is too slow. You can actually not even complete the Sunday Cup if you're unlucky. GT3 is a game where you can really easily soft lock in the very beginning. So with the Clubman Cup, it's already gonna be a bit difficult. I'm gonna have to Forza him. We can definitely win. That was pretty nice. After beating both the Sunday and the Clubman Cup, I was trying to see where to go next. And this is where things already started to get tricky. Okay, let's try this here though. And I don't think this car can do it. I don't really have high spirits. Oh boy, how is this getting so difficult already, man? Yeah, forget it, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what you can do here. Usually with the other 2 races, there were points where the air was kind of slow. Obviously struggling with the races now, a member in chat pointed me towards a feature I can't really remember using before in this game. Yes, good idea. I will qualify. Yes. Qualifying will probably save my ass. I've never actually seriously done qualifying in this. So how does this even work? What? This is a feature that was always so useless in my opinion. You're usually gonna participate with faster cars anyways, but now I actually do not have a choice. I actually have to qualify. This honestly changes the game quite a bit if you have to do qualifying. Definitely feel like I'm playing the game a little bit differently than I'm used to. Okay, let's see how fast or slow this lap was. So this puts us in 3rd. Honestly, 3rd would probably already be enough. And I'm not sure if I can do much better than that anyways. Alright, now we're in 3rd. I never started anywhere but last. But I mean, it's cool. That already makes me kind of like the challenge because You have to approach the game a lot differently. Half a second, dude. I feel like at this point we can do it. Oh, yes! Oh, you motherfucker. Yes! What a win! Did we put him in last? Get shit! The absolute disrespect, man. Oh, yes. Oh, that felt really good. That felt so good. Especially we maintained all of our speed. Like, literally all of it. Dude, that was so good. That was so damn good. What the heck? Okay, I have to stick with my Miata. Honestly, I may already need an oil change. Like, when we get no performance out of anything, I think we're gonna have to do oil changes all the time. Do you think we'll be fast enough for the FR Cup? Oh, hell no. God, no, hell no. Set a BMW in the race. Oh, boy. I mean, we can keep up, I suppose. I think as long as I drive well. Oh, shit, dude. Is this possible? The thing is, this car is really good at cornering. So if we have a track that is like fairly technical, we can definitely clutch something out. Dude, I can win this if I Forza him. Oh, fuck, damn it! We can do it, it's possible. There needs to be a fucking perfect execute. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Dude, I can't block them all. That is actually possible, man. Dude, that is... Nah, that is... Oh my god! What? Yes! What? What the fuck is that finish? That is impossible! German Minister of Defense right here. Holy fuck. Dude, I'm such an idiot. There's this. We can do this here. I'm such a moron. This might be easier. And we get 2,500 from this. That's actually more money we get here, even if we don't get first. Oh man, dude, why haven't I done this earlier? Look at this. This is so much easier. And we couldn't have done this if we had picked something else, by the way. Only if you buy the MX-5 in the beginning, you can actually enter this. This, though, I don't think this is gonna be fun. Did I just see another compressor? I mean, let's see how much top speed we can get out of this thing. We may have to do another oil change. I think we're gonna trade places a whole lot because of slipstreaming, but Pog? Oh man, hold on. Oh! That was the one! Yes! After a lot of struggling, I managed to get a faster, more modern Miata as a price car, which I put through its paces right away. But yeah, we have a faster Miata. We can see if we can't actually properly do the FR challenge now. Oh man, it's still difficult though. But it looks, it definitely looks a lot less hopeless, wow. So we can sell the old Miata if we want to. That one's basically has all the same specifications, but it's just faster. This one should easily be able to clutch out the FR challenge. And then after, we may actually buy an Evo, or maybe even something better than an Evo. Easy, man. FR championship, out of my face. Look at that money rolling in. Ah, S13. I'm not sure we can use it for anything, though. With an oil change, this one may be fast enough for the 80s championship. But I wouldn't be holding up my hopes. I'm surprised this thing can keep up with an old RX-7. Get falls out. Because absolutely doable. Dude, good price car then. Really, really good price car. Yeah, this feels a lot more exciting, that's for sure. Now, usually it's super easy to just outpower everything in GT. Like, no matter what Gran Turismo game you're talking about. And yeah, every car is actually valuable. Like, I actually have to do qualifying, which is something I never had to do. And I have to use cars that I would never use because I could just upgrade one of my existing cars and they would be better. Like, it actually changes the game quite a bit. That S13 did so well. I'm actually super proud of that car. Newfound respect for that thing. And what do we get? Oh! Okay. And with that one, I'm sure we can do something else now that is super, super difficult otherwise. Oh, dude, the car can totally do it. I think it's totally possible. But yeah, I think the game has now finally started to open up a little bit. That is a culture shock, man, after all the pain of the first 2 hours. What do we even get? Del Sol. I don't think that one's gonna help us very much. I honestly think it should be able to do the FF Cup. The opponents were not that fast. I think it can do it. I think we may have to do qualifying though. I think in this challenge you want to operate as much on price cars as you can, since you need new cars pretty much all the time. Got a bit close there at the end. That was the last one, right? Ah, we got a new car. Maybe that opened. Ah! And the thing is, I know it's gonna be shit in the Yaris tournament. We can't even use this thing. Like, this event is completely impossible with this challenge. I can tell you that much. Yeah, I don't see this being doable. What else can I do? I think I actually have to buy a car now. Okay, here's the deal. I was gonna buy the Mustang, and I think I will still buy the Mustang at some point so we can do the Stars and Stripes Championship. But before I do that, I will actually buy this one, the Impreza, because with this one, we can do the Boxer Championship and probably some other stuff too. So, yeah, that one's a 4-wheel drive car as well. My Impreza, honestly, a lot of bang for your buck. I think this one was less than 30k and easily the fastest car we own at the moment. I think in this race you mainly have rally cars. So you probably want something that can at least beat a rally car. I have to be a little bit more careful with what cars you buy and sell, since you can upgrade, so you have to really make sure that they are competitive. But I think that's about all we can do at the moment. I could try the Amateur League now. I said we can do the Boxer Spirit, we get good money from this. Funny enough, this car is the cheapest Subaru and the fastest. And I think in the Amateur League you actually start getting some really good cars as well. So yeah, maybe whatever we get here could be something really, really usable. What are they doing? And he completely spun. Good job. Actually had no problems or little problems beating this entire Boxer Cup. So what can I do with a 90k? Well, I'm looking to getting an American car. The most obvious choice is the Mustang. Maybe we can look into something else. What about a Viper, for example? That one we can put into the Stars and Stripes Championship. And we get more money from that one. By Viper time. Okay, but that Viper put us into fucking broke territory. But we got a really fast car at our hands now. Easily the first one we own. And I haven't even done the oil change. I think we're definitely past the hardest part in the challenge, which was the beginning. Starting off was really difficult. Oh wow, that Cobra just... Okay, that Cobra just decided to commit life in the very beginning of the race. Check the F5 challenge here. What's our opponent? Dude, easy. Well, it wasn't exactly as easy as I anticipated, due to longer races now having tire degradation. And considering most of my cars use standard tires, those are basically gone after just 3 laps. I mean, maybe we don't need to pit at all, if I'm being honest. The race is probably not long enough to warrant a pit stop. Oh, I'm gonna have to wall ride that corner there, by the way. Now it makes sense. Cornering performance is just not there anymore. That was close. I would have not survived another lap. At least I wouldn't have been confident in it. Yes! Oh, wow. Did you see how he lifted off there? Wow. The thing is, it feels like the AI is not losing cornering performance whatsoever, you know? Which tells me they're probably using racing tires. Woo, these are spicy, man. That they are perfect difficulty, man. They get more difficult as the race goes on. I have to slow down so much for this one. Okay, but just take the inside, take the inside, take the inside. Hey, yo, we actually did it. Holy I could have not survived another lap, to be honest. I mean, maybe I could have with some luck. Okay, that was hard, man. Now that shit better give me a good price car now. That's the tuned one, isn't it? That one may absolutely destroy the 80s championship. Let's see what our opponents are. This thing is pretty fast. Yeah, I think we can do it. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If this car can't do this 80s championship, I don't think any car can. Other ones would probably be better. We may have a chance on Trial Mountain, but... This has 3.9. If it's too slow at a 3.9 rating, I don't think that championship is possible. Hold up a second. We get 125,000 if we sell this. I'm gonna keep it around for now, just in case. But that one we can buy something that's really good. But we can do more with this Viper. I'm not quite done with it yet. I'll try Stars and Stripes first, although I think this one may be hopeless. We'll see. Maybe we actually got a pole here. Let's see. I think we just barely... Now we got it. No Cobra and we're in first. Dude, I don't think I ever started a race in first in this game. That's a good feeling. But this also wouldn't have been possible if I bought the Mustang. And I'm glad I didn't, because this would not have been possible in the Mustang. Paying just a little bit of extra cash so I can do this tournament, 1000% worth it. And honestly, just get Forza's. So done with this. This was so sweaty, man, this race. Oh, shit. Oh, first, race car. That one may be our new fastest car. Hold on. It comes with racing mediums, okay? This thing having race tires is huge. So on paper, it may be slower, but I think on the track, it's gonna be a lot faster. Okay, I think this car may have actually catapulted us into a fairly doable amateur league. Alright, let's see about the other race. 15k, wow. We might be in the game, boys. Oh man, the cornering is so good. I'm in heaven, man. Now, it's a bit controversial, I will say. Because you could argue that this thing has upgrades already applied, so I shouldn't be able to use it, right? I shouldn't be allowed to use it. But to be honest, I think that's kind of BS. At this point, you're basically restricting yourself to non-race cars only. Like, only factory cars. I think that would be a different challenge entirely. No upgrades means I'm not allowed to buy any upgrades, period. If the car comes with upgrades applied, so be it. As long as I don't buy anything else, it's still fine. This thing honestly just saved the run. High key. This thing made the entire amateur league come together, man. Like, the Viper was good, but I don't think it would have been that good. That's something that I noticed all the time at this point in this game. But the last race in a cup is always way more difficult. Okay, let's see if we still won the championship. Okay, was enough. A third was enough. So we didn't win everything, but we didn't need to. Let's have a look at the European Championship. What? Zonda. Sure, having my first race car was a blessing, but the Spoon S2000 was still more on the lower end in regards to race cars. Nonetheless, I decided my luck at the very first GT World Championship. How does this car compare to rally cars? I know they use rally cars here. Because if we can win this, oh boy. Some could even consider the challenge completed already. Maybe. The thing is, these rally cars have basically no top speed. Yeah, the MRS is gonna be an absolute pain in the ass. I mean, I could have restarted the tournament over and over until it doesn't appear, I suppose, but that was the fun in that. Oh man, I hope this championship is beatable, man. I really thought this would be a win. Uh-oh. This got way more difficult. The initial race in Tokyo was so easy peasy, and that was complete deception, man. Honestly, do not think this car can beat anything now. Yeah, honestly, at this rate, I don't think we can beat the tournament. Especially since the opponents always finish in the same positions, right? Like, that MRS is always first. And if it isn't first, it's second. So what else can we do then? Nothing, really. And so, after being backed into a bit of a corner, it was time to make a big boy decision and make my first big boy purchase. So I don't think we can actually make use of this RX-7, RX-8. It's fairly fast, but we can't really use it for anything. I'm gonna sell the RX-8 and the Sprinter. I think the money from it is more worth it than the actual car. Does that make sense? So I could probably sell one more car here. There's still a lot of them that we do not need. I don't really see a use case out of that Camaro. Camaro SS can go. And I think that should already be enough money for the Zonda. Super expensive, costs us literally everything. No way this car can beat absolutely everything. For now, we throw at it. Alright, and now, lo and behold, how this thing decimates absolutely everything. Yeah, look at this. Now, this car was definitely the answer, because this car can most definitely win this entire tournament. And we get a lot of money from this tournament as is. And then also another prize car that has to put... I'm not sure what prize cars you get here. But I'd imagine it's probably something really good. And that can open more doors. Midfield Raceway. This is where I wasn't able to do anything. I got 5th here. Oh man, this is so nice. I mean, this thing was expensive. 350k cost me pretty much everything that I had at that point. Alright, there we go. This goes out to all the doubters that said I will struggle here. Buttery smooth, man. Oh yes, we did it. Holy crap, man. That's the entirety. Clean 6 minutes. That is the entirety of the GT World Championship. Okay, and how much do we get on top for the entire win? Let's see. Another 50k. Alright, now comes the important part though. Price car selection. What can we do? Is that an MX-5? Dude, these price cars are dog shit. Like, imagine you do all this and you get a starter car. Imagine, man. I don't have a GTI yet, so I'll get it. But these price cars are horrible. So was it really worth it? I don't know. We got half of our money back. This Sonderman has been a real winner in this challenge, honestly. Clapped everyone in the GT World Championship and now both MR challenges. So can this car do anything else? Now that I have a faster car, maybe these are doable. Maybe. But yeah, you don't actually need a car from a specific nationality to even compete here. They're honestly basically just like the Sunday Cup, except you need I think A license for these. I'm finally getting some money, man. Almost made up all of the money that we spent on the Sonder. And that's without selling any of our existing cars. So, I can do a save here, because I think we get a choice again after all the championships here. And with that, I finally got my hands on my very first proper race car. There we go, finally. Wow, okay. Okay, that thing may clap cheeks. Not only is that faster, but it also has race tires, so it's also better on corners. Okay. We can retire the Sonder. Did us great things. Helped us a great deal. Look at this, man. Our first proper race car. There it is. First proper race car. By the way, I've never used this car before in this game. That is such an improvement. Jesus Christ. Speed alone, but also look at this cornering, man. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. And yeah, this car definitely opened a bunch of doors now, because it's our first proper race car. We had the S2000, of course, but that one was fairly slow for a race car. This thing though is a proper one. Ooh, dude, is that a... That looks like another race car up there. And a Mini. There you go. There's a massive fucking dolphin on the car. Let's see if that thing is... Let's see if that thing is any faster than the Camaro. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. So not that much faster. But that's okay, because we can still sell this thing for 300,000. I think I'll keep it for now. The question is, what should we do with these cars now? Now that we're actually in the game, basically. We've done basically everything that we can do with this challenge in the beginner league. We can see if we could do the next GT World Championship. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, man. You know what? Maybe this is doable. But you can't do... nah, dude, yeah. The game is tricking you. The game is tricking you into thinking this is doable by making the first few races pretty easy. But these get way more difficult. So unless you actually really beat them hard in the first couple of races, you won't really win these. Like, the game is pretty deceptive in that regard. The thing is, we haven't done shit in the professional league yet. What a British car championship. Any car can enter? Doesn't need to be a British car? Hold on. Okay, this is probably the easiest race we can do for now. That's probably gonna be my next stop. The problem is, like, professional league races are grindy as fuck. Like, these are so long. However, instead of dipping my toes into the professional league, I decided to tie up a glaring loose end in the amateur league first. But I think what I'll be doing is just grind out the GT World Championships and call it a day. As much as I can, at least. But so far, so good. Maybe this championship is doable in the Camaro. Would be very sweet. Yeah, I've already won. I don't even need to do this. Poggers. I need to do 6 races. Alright, let's hope we get a good car. 100k on top, that's pretty good. We actually have really good money now. If I didn't have save states, I would be molding. Oh, that's an LMP car. Yeah, dude. I don't even want to know what the car down below is. It's over, chat. The challenge is over. I couldn't really help my curiosity, so I decided to see which upgrades this LMP car had available. And you can put in a stage 4 turbo. What the fuck? Yeah, let me just quickly double the brake horsepower. Sure. But I'm not allowed to do anything here, guys. Still the no upgrades challenge. But to be honest, with this thing, we don't need to, man. So I guess we could just grind out the last GT World Championship and then call it a day. I wish it would have been that simple. Oh, there's other... Oh, God. Okay. Good thing I got this thing. I think this championship is probably too much. I think for this one, you actually need the F1 car. Although the final GT World Championship may not have been impossible like this, I expected it to be a massive struggle. And so I decided to go for the ultimate game-ending weapon. So where can I get the F1 car? You can definitely get it in the endurance races. I mean, I could have done that one long ago. I could have done that one in the Camaro. But this one I remember grinding as a kid over and over and over. I had literally no life. Ah, feels good, man. Alright, 200k for that, it's not bad. With that we can actually buy some serious cars. Alright, so we want the F1 car here. It's down below. Imagine doing all this and you get a fucking Clio, man. There we go. Ooh, in black. Okay, very nice. So this is what we did this for. This thing is completely overpowered. And now we take this car and win the final GT World Championship. Not sure how long this will take, by the way. I mean, this car is fast. Really fast. But 10 laps is quite spicy. That was the first race. Should also be the longest one by far. Grand Valley takes a while to complete, even with this thing. We may also be doing only 6 races, or maybe even less than that. It depends how the AI finishes. Like how the points get distributed between the AI. Yes, I would very much like to skip this. Thank you very much. This is Route 11, right? Oh, hell no. I think we only have to do one more race, by the way. What's the next one? Okay, to be honest, we have not done a race here. This seems like a good race to end it on. This race never appears in the career, never. Oh, it's 15? 15 laps? I'll do it because we haven't done this. I'm not sure why they never use this track. Such a well-designed track visually. Like one of the most detail-rich tracks, and it just never gets used. Oh, we're gonna be here well, Chad. What? Hello, physics? Okay, that's a first. But hey, look at this, man. We've actually done it. 24 minutes, give or take. But we've done it. Some nice laps around the Côte d'Azur. Rarest track in the game. Had to do it at least once. Had to do at least one race on this track. Alright, with some luck, that was the final race. Oh man, it's the first time I completed this, I think. 250k, that's a mil. So what are our prize cars? Ooh, is that a GT40? That looks like an Astra on the right. Ooh, that is nice. Well, that is, boys. GT World Championship. Beat it in the beginner league, in the amateur league, and in the professional league. In my opinion, that's the game. That's the ultimate goal, in my opinion, winning all of the GT World Championships. Sure, there are some that are harder. Like the Dream Car Championship may be a little bit more difficult. Polyphony Digital Cup maybe, and, you know, this last one here. But, man, honestly, I'm done with this game. These are all gonna be super grindy races, and we're just gonna use the F1 car anyways to beat everything. And that about wraps up what was a successful challenge in Gran Turismo 3. I really enjoyed this upgrade-less playthrough in case it wasn't obvious enough already. Having to use all tools at your disposal to win, such as qualifying and frequent oil changes, as well as all the strategizing that went into it made this playthrough a lot more engaging than usual. I also really enjoyed getting to use all kinds of new cars that I would usually most likely skip over. In general, it made me appreciate this childhood favorite of mine in a completely new light, and that made my time more than worth it. Thank you for watching another Gran Turismo challenge run. I'm not quite done with this series yet, so if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss it. I always stream these challenges live on Twitch, so if you want to join along the next time I do another one, you can find my channel linked everywhere below. As always, a special shout out to my patrons for supporting this channel. If you are interested in appearing in the credits as well, you can find a link to my page and all the benefits associated with it in the description below. But that shall be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.